Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Aston Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. And please rise for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, item 3, review and approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of July 15, 2026.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 15, 2026.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. We move into item 4, which is committee reports. Commissioner Tinsley?
Thanks, Commissioner Higgins. I'll be brief for the permits and license report. This report is for July 2026. We had a beginning balance of $407,185. The total revenue collected during the month of July, including from permits, electrical, as well as plumbing and heating, totaled $28,365. The total for 2026 so far this year, or the first half of 2026, was $435,550. Additionally, to report out on the ordinance report, we did not meet in July, or quite frankly, I guess at this point, August, and we are scheduled to meet again in September. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you.
Reports.
Mr. Berry?
Thank you, President Higgins. There will be no police report this month. I'll do both of them next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Prendergast?
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. It's Public Works Activity Report for July 2026. The month of July is typically the month of warm and humid temperature, along with stormy weather. This July lived up to it. The following report highlights the main activity of the Public Works Department. With the humid and wet conditions, the vegetation around town grows like wildfire. The cutting crews were busy with constant cutting throughout the month. The crews did the yearly job of setting up, breaking down, and cleaning up for the fireworks for July. The road crew repaired sinkholes on the following streets: Judy Way, Moser, and Arbor. Public Works installed no truck signage at Mount and Federal intersections. The sanitation department picked 73 tons of recycling and 572 tons of residential waste. Monday, September 7th, Public Works will be closed. Monday's trash and recycling will be picked up on Tuesday, September 8th, along with the Tuesday's normal trash and recycling day. Branch chipping along with metal and appliance pickup will be September 14th to September 18th on your scheduled trash day. That's into my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Doherty?
I have before me the Treasurer's Report for July 2026. Operating cash in the general fund as of July 31st, 2026, $1,470,049. Other funds include the TD Bank escrow checking account with a balance of $442,356, the 2022 Pliget account with a balance of $649,074, the TD Bank 2022 bond account with a balance of $1,073,311, the TD Bank capital checking account with a balance of $6,022,849, and the TD Bank liquid fuels checking account with a balance of $424,315. Total cash balance for the township as of July 31st, 2026, $10,128,284. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Bowden? Thank you. Commissioner McGinn?
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. I do not have a report this month from the Aston Township Fire Department, but do have an update from the Aston Ambulance Authority. Total incidents, if you look at just for July 2026, 336 total incidents. Remember, this isn't just Aston Township, but it's broader. Average response time, excellent job at about 6.5 minutes. And the average on-scene time is about 18 minutes. So again, just a reminder in terms of ALS and paramedic care, that's that deep attention and care. So it takes time when folks are out there. So good job by the Ambulance Authority this month. Also, just a reminder, as I've done in previous months with the Wall That Heals, that's the traveling Vietnam Veterans Memorial. If folks aren't familiar with the term, the Wall That Heals, people probably are familiar with the Vietnam Veterans Memorial that's in Washington, D.C. This is affiliated with that memorial. It's about 3/4 of the size, and it travels all around the country. You have to apply to be nominated to have it hosted in your municipality. Lucky enough in Aston, we were. I believe it's the first time it's coming to Delaware County in about 25 years when it was in Marcus Hook. So very excited about it. It'll be here in October. For people that are interested, they know folks that are interested. There's information on our website. You can call Bill, Kelly in terms of the staff. If you want to volunteer, get engaged, do anything. We need all different volunteers in different capacities, even people that are just there to help, as orient people as they come. But a lot more to come on it, but just want to plug that again for anybody that's here today or listening at home. So that's it for my reports, Commissioner Higgins.
Thank you, sir. Okay, item number 5, approval of the treasurer's report.
I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions on the report? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Number 6, approval of the bills and payroll report.
I make a motion to approve the bills and payroll report.
We have a motion and a second on the payroll report. Any comments or questions? All signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we move to item 7, open to the public, agenda items only, 1/2 hour. Agenda items only. For those that are here from down Butt Lane and so forth, Shubrick Lane, there's a second one, and we'll take your questions at that point in time, okay? That's the standard, okay? All right. So does anybody wish to come up and have any comments in regard to what's on the agenda today? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item 8, new business. Consider a motion to approve the agreement with Clifton Larson Allen LLP for conducting the 2025 Aston Township financial audit, not to exceed $35,000. Commissioner Doherty.
I make a motion to approve the agreement with Clifton Larson Allen LLP for conducting the 2025 Aston Township financial audit not to exceed $35,000 in the form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item B, under new business, consider a motion to approve the refund of $114 to Cole Roofing of Glen Mills for a project that was canceled. Commissioner McGinn.
I make a motion to approve the refund of $114 to Cole Roofing of Glen Mills, PA for a project that was canceled.
Comments and questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Item C, consider a motion to approve the tax refund to Richard and Amy Barry, 700 Tryons Road, Aston, PA 19014, in the amount of $205.94 due to property being reassessed. Commissioner Berry.
Thank you, President Higgins. I make a motion to approve the tax refund to Richard and Amy Barry, 700 Tryons Road, Aston, PA 19014, in the amount of $205.94 due to the property being reassessed, and that's in the form of a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Move on to escrow releases, number 9. Commissioner McGinn.
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins. We just have one for this month. I make a motion to approve engineering fees to be paid to Pannoni and Associates for the month of August 2026 in the amount of $4,001.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions on the escrows? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Now we move on to number 11, other business. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Open to the public, 1/2 hour. Anybody that wants to come up, say something, please, when you get up here, state your name and then the subject you want to bring to our attention. Name and address, sir.
Might be now. Okay. So this has occurred twice now. I think I speak for everybody when I say that none of us have a problem with people throwing a party or having people over. We all do it. But this is nothing like anything I've seen before, to be honest with you. Cars flood the street. The house is flooded with people. There's got to be over 100 at least. Loud cursing. I had 2 condom wrappers left on my front lawn where my daughter plays. She's 6 years old. My neighbor actually ended up calling the police the first night around 3, 4 in the morning because 2 of the party goers were having sex on their lawn. They were arrested, but they actually ended up coming to the party Tuesday night as well. When they were told to leave, they were driving around my cul-de-sac screaming, "Fucking white people. We'll be back. See you next week." I would compare it to like a concert happening on our street. I really don't know what to do at this point. The thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that the owner of the house continues to post the house on different websites trying to get over on everybody. So when they're told not to do one thing, they try another. So I think, again, I speak for all of us that we're concerned that this is going to continue to happen, and we're hoping that you guys can find some type of solution for us. And I'm sure other people have other things to share with you, but that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Everything you said is accurate. I will say that. The first one was when I met with you folks out in front of Butt Lane there. I believe that it happened on a Tuesday night.
Last
I was
Tuesday.
back down there at 9, and then, so that was the first one. And there was
No,
one
the
about-
first one was about
that
2
was the
weeks
second.
ago. Yeah.
That was the second one. Yeah, when Danielle sent me an email on the first one, I was unaware of that one happened. I don't know if anybody here was. I don't know if the police were for the first one. Are you here, Nicole? Danielle, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the one that you wrote me on originally, and that I responded in the red print for you, was that one, was the township called for that one? Yes, absolutely. They were? Because,
Yeah, there was a grounding that day because they had a child there, and the boy was swimming, and the adults didn't know how to swim, so a neighbor had to come in and
Okay.
save the kid, essentially.
so was, no, you have to, ma'am, you have to wait, but you're getting all the time you like. Okay?
I want to add that there's also plenty of drug use.
So the one that happened last Tuesday, I want to start with that one, I think, because that's more relevant. The first,
Okay, folks, we
Everybody-
have a
everybody's
transcript being made, and she can't make a transcript if everybody talks at
everybody's
once.
talking at one time, I can't digest it, okay? The one that you wrote me about, Danielle, that was July 21st. Okay. When I found out about that for the first time, all right, you're going to have to, if you want to come up with him and talk, okay, but I can't digest everybody talking at one time, okay? I mean, I want to hear what you have to say, okay?
Mike, before Joseph, right? Before Joseph yields the mic, can you just give us a list of some of the websites that you're seeing this on? Because we're trying to keep up, and I might need it down the road as evidence and that sort of thing.
So homes.com, I know she was on Verbo at one point. Yeah.
Homes to go?
Homes.com.
Okay. If there's multiple copies, if I could have one. Thank you, Mike.
Sorry.
Danielle.
Danielle, sorry. That's another Nicole I'm dealing with on this.
Sure. Danielle Venuti, Venuti, and I live at my address too, 118 Butt Lane. B-U-T-T. Yep. So the first one was the weekend of July 21st, I believe the date was, right around there. It was a Saturday night. That was the original one I had wrote to Mike about. So I believe that one entailed, again, I would say close to 100, if not more people. There were cars parked from one end of Butt Lane all the way up to the cul-de-sac, all the way down. And they were not leaving until 2 in the afternoon on Sunday. There were empty alcohol cans scattered through people's yards. As he said, the condoms, the sex on the front yard, throw up in a neighbor's driveway, pure disrespect.
That's what you wrote to me about.
Yes, correct. The newest one was when the police called and you had showed up and code enforcement that night, the night of National Night Out.
That was Tuesday, that was,
Correct.
okay, and that one is what we spoke about, standing at the corner down there at, where, on the corner by the driveway, one of your neighbors. We spoke about that, and that next day, there was a meeting with Chief Ruggieri, and 3 code people, myself, the solicitor was on the phone, Mr. Madron, okay? Bill was there, okay? And the whole thing was discussed. The owner of the house was there too. And what Chief Ruggieri did more than once, and looked right at her, this is not going to happen again. A party is not going to happen again. Albert Everett went over with her with all the notices, all the ordinances, and what was posted on the door. Explained it to her, okay? And that the one notice said that it was improper use of the property was removed from the door. Clearly, at the bottom of the report, it said that it's going to be removed by the police, I believe, or by the code people. Eileen, am I correct? Yes. Okay. You know what I mean.
Yes.
So then we moved into how everything was wrong, what was wrong, and that was not permitted in this zoning district,
Right.
okay? And what typically happens when the notice will go down as a citation, will go down to the district judge's office. Today I was asked in writing, why the judge? But that's the law. The judge has to rule on these things, okay? The judge is not an employee of Aston Township.
Right.
Just so you know, because it was implied that why is the judge there?
I think that was from another neighbor on the email, not
No,
directly me.
that was from
Dawn.
LaPierre.
Yes. So I think our concern is though too, last night she rented the house out again. It was not a party, but there were still 5 or 6 people, not a. Yeah. The police,
Yeah.
we had contacted Dawn from codes. She said, call 911
I'm aware-
for
I'm aware of that. Yes.
a non-emergent, whatever. The cops came, they were great, the one guy from code enforcement, but the people were able to stay. So how is this woman allowed to have these people stay when it was told she can't? You know, that's
I
where the
understand.
confusion is with us.
I understand. So let's talk about the police for a moment, because what I said in my email is being disputed. There were 3 officers there. I was told there was none there, okay? And then that one officer went and spoke to some of the residents at their houses. There were 3 officers there,
There was.
okay? So just so that's in the record, there were 3 officers there.
There's no complaint with the officers. The officers are
Well,
wonderful.
I was
Yeah.
said there were no officers.
Yeah.
There was, Albert Everett was there from code,
Yeah,
came out, I don't know what time of night, was it around 7 or so, I think?
yeah. He
Okay.
did not speak to any of us. Albert did not speak to any of us, only the one police officer who had glasses on.
Okay.
And he was great.
And Eileen was in a car. She didn't get out of the car. I don't know if she feared something or not, but she did. Okay? So, and if I had been known about it, I would have come down. But for me to be there would have not made a difference, because I have no enforcement authority. Okay? I can't say to somebody, get out of the house, you're not allowed in there. It's not within my bailiwick to do it.
Right.
It's not permitted. So that's what happened. Now, in my correspondence to you and others, no matter which days, there are a number of days, was upfront, it was forthright as to what will happen if she doesn't continue, okay? If she continues to do what she's doing, all right? The only person that can rule against her and padlock the house, we would need to have an injunction, right, Mike? An injunction.
Yeah, that's correct. So Danielle, you asked a question, and I don't know if Mike ended up answering it or not. So I think the question was, why were these people allowed to stay?
Right.
And I think, there's a couple things that factor into that decision. One is she's had to refund these people for those rentals because she wasn't allowed to use it. So the idea that she's making a profit there, we're doing our best to make sure she doesn't. We also charge for the police responses at this point. So I think it's probably going to cost her more a night than it will to rent the thing. And when the police got there, I think that their judgment was, the people who were there were sort of innocent in this whole thing.
They
right?
truly were, but I
Yeah.
guess the point of the matter is we were told it wouldn't continue to happen, but it's continuing to happen.
Yeah,
It's nothing
give me 1
against-
second, Joseph, okay?
It's nothing against the people.
Yeah,
If she's going
right.
to rent it and those were the people that stayed there last night, I mean, they didn't bother a soul. But it's the point that
Yeah.
she was told not to do it.
Well,
it's
and you're not
still-
supposed to, you're right. I
Right.
mean, under those circumstances, some judgment call needs to be made. They were out of there the next day. They had a longer term rental than that one night. The police came, they said, they evaluated the situation. It didn't seem like it was the level of offensive that everything else has been. And they said, you can't stay, but you can stay tonight because I think it was pretty late in the day, right? And then the company that is doing the environmental engineering over at MIPC ended up getting them a hotel, and that moved on. So to answer your question, we are charging for the police response, and we also issued a citation on that. So I get the principle, I do, and I think everybody up on the board gets it too. And there are some limitations to what we can do under the municipality's planning code, but this is raised to a level that we've had to sort of take our typical response would be to a zoning violation and figure out how to step it up a little bit. And that may be an injunctive action. Common pleas, though, that's not a tomorrow thing.
Right.
It's a big deal. And it's a process. So it's something we're evaluating. A lot of times when you start citing regular, people come to their senses. And from a governmental efficiency standpoint, to spend the money. So that's about as much of a glimpse into reasoning I could probably give you. What I don't want to do is lay out our whole game plan and have anybody who watches a YouTube video know what's coming next, right? Joseph, you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah, I guess my only question here is she's got 2 stickers on her window, and she is clearly moving from website to website, trying to get over on you guys. Why is this allowed to pass? She's got 2 stickers on the window, and just hearing, well, we're going to let those people stay because they were nice. I mean, I don't understand that.
I hear you. I think that someone was called out there and they had to make a decision a little bit in a vacuum. They didn't have the opportunity to consult with the board of
It was a
commissioners.
judgment, it was a judgment decision.
Yeah, they had to make a judgment, and they made a judgment call, and we all have the right to disagree with that judgment call.
Right. Yeah, and listen, obviously I do, but my question here is, okay, you guys made a judgment call the other night. What about going forward? Are we going to keep making judgment calls as she continues to do what she's not supposed to be doing? Is my question.
Yeah.
How much rope do we give here? Like how much of, you know what I mean? Like,
It-
How many times?
Yeah, right. It's a fair point. And I think, like, it happened on the 20, the big events were the 21st, and I think the 11th probably, no, the 4th, I'm sorry. We, and then we had another one, it was Monday, right? You had the attendants from Lanahan. So now the message is proliferating among the staff and the police department and the code department and everything else that this is an issue. So my guess, and, I try not to delve into other people's psyches because sometimes you don't like what you find, but my guess is an officer got out there, evaluated the situation, maybe knew that the parties were a problem, but didn't know the scope of the problem and made a decision. So we'll make sure we communicate with every department, and hopefully, you have a more satisfactory experience next time.
And I guess just.
Hopefully, there's not a next time,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
But
listen, my last question is, like, what are you guys planning to do when it comes to monitoring these websites? Because
Right.
I'm sorry, but like the way we're seeing it posted, it's not innocent. It's not a mistake. Like she's doing this.
A 2-unit home.
Like I said, she's trying to get over on not just us, but you guys. So we're wondering what's going to be done when it comes to
Viewings
that.
start on every website August 15th as soon as September 1st to move in. You can rent the basement for $2,000 or the first floor for $3,000 or the whole house for a lovely $5,000 furnished.
yeah. So
I get people can rent their homes in Aston. I just didn't realize a single family home could be a multi-family
can't.
home. Okay.
it can't. And
Notified today that she was notified by Albert a week ago also, that she cannot rent just the basement. It's a single family, only 4 unrelated, that's the way the ordinance reads. She's quite aware of that. Today she came up and wanted to rent it for 6 months, not allowed. She wants to rent it for a year to 4 unrelated, that's what she can do. She left here very upset. She feels like she's being harassed. So, that's where she stands. She knows there's no more rentals, no one's going to be allowed to stay. She has a cease and desist. If anybody's there, please have been notified that they're not to stay.
Commissioner Higgins, can I ask a quick question? Sure.
Absolutely.
Don't we have, to rent in the township, you have to have don't you have to have an inspection?
So that's the other thing. She does not have a rental license. She tried to get a rental. She took the applications today. And she also has done a lot of work without permits, so she took those, and she has to get all that rectified before she can even apply for a rental license. She also has to have the name of, she has to have the name of all the people that are renters. And it can only be 4 unrelated. That's what she was angry when she left. So I said, you can't have anybody there until you have a active rental license. So she doesn't want to rent it for 6 months.
So even if she goes through the process and does everything correctly, I want to confirm she can only have one family renting that home, and it cannot be like a duplex.
So the definition of family is sort of a protected issue at the constitutional level, right? So the way our ordinance reads is it can be up to 4 people unrelated living as a single housekeeping unit, right? So you can't have like one person in the basement cooking their meals and someone upstairs cooking their meals. And, it's got to be.
Right, and that's how it's advertised. So I just want to make sure that one family, not the Ferguson family and the Smith family.
Yeah, it could
Like
be 4 people unrelated,
Right.
right? Like I'm sure at some point you had a roommate, that sort of thing. But what it can't be right is, like you said, the Jones family
Multifamily.
upstairs and
This
the
is
Smith
not a
family
duplex.
downstairs.
Okay.
Correct.
The citation was issued yesterday was for the most recent. It's the first of a number, or the second or third of one that was issued, okay? The other thing is, as far as how do we stop it, I think I said in my email this morning or last night, I don't know if you had an opportunity to see it, that we don't have the resources to put a police officer there all day long, but then other parts of the town will suffer, and there is crime in town.
Absolutely.
So that's the one thing. The other thing, we can't put, and I don't control that. The police basically run themselves. I don't give them orders on what to do. We set policy, but so Officer Ruggieri back there, Sergeant Ruggieri, in the absence of Chief, is in charge. And I think that he understands the situation. We can have the patrol in and out more than would be normal. Mike, would you say that would be something we could do? Keep their eyes open, and if we, if we see a bunch of cars in the driveway, they're not her, okay, it's somebody coming in, and then we can get them out of there. And I don't care at this point whether it's 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, I think they got to get out. That's just me speaking, okay? And code will react like they did the other night. They came out. Normally you wouldn't see them out on the street at nighttime, because most of their issues happen in the day. So we can't lock the doors. Can't do that. We can tell people they have to move out of the property because there's a violation. We can do that, right? And that's what we have to do. I don't know what other plan we can do at this point is other than to get these postings removed out there saying that the 15th it's available and so forth. I'm as troubled by this as much as all of you are. I'm frustrated by it.
Yeah.
I put in a lot of time trying to react to every one of your emails. I don't know what else I can do or the board can do at this point. You're shaking your head. Come on up and speak, please.
Can I sit back down?
You're most certainly. Name and address, sir.
My name's Matthew Ryder,
Address.
108 Butt Lane. Righther.
Okay. What's on your mind, sir?
How you guys are handling this? This is ridiculous.
What is your suggestion? We, as the board up here, have to follow the law.
Yeah, I get
We have
that.
followed the law and everything we've done. We can't go down and physically remove somebody. We're going to grab them and pull them out the door. We can't do that. We'll be sued.
It's just a matter of time before something really bad happens on this street. You guys are going to get one of the officers badly injured. People are living in hell on this street, and you guys are just sweeping it under the rug. This is BS.
We're
You
not-
guys
we're
need
not-
to
we're not-
take
we're not
charge.
denying it.
You guys need to take charge. This is insane. Tax-paying dollars are just being wasted because you guys aren't doing anything
So
about it.
you're feeling that us, police, and code
Yeah.
aren't doing what they do. We're following the law. I can assure you that.
Okay, well,
can-
no one's seeing any
Direct-
difference.
direct-
It's insane. This lady continues to post. You guys do nothing about it. You're doing nothing about it. It's going to
What was
continue
the
to
first- what was
happen.
the first part of your comment?
I'm sorry?
Just your statement.
She
now.
continues
What
to
was-
post online.
Yeah.
That's what he said, that's all.
Are you asking how to go online and look for these sites?
And they continue to come every week. And you guys keep on putting a sticker up and nothing happens. Nothing's going to continue to happen. This is a joke. You're going to get an officer really hurt. Everyone's living in fear. This is insane. Why are we paying taxes? You guys do nothing. This is insane.
The police have been up there, the code people have been there. I don't know what else you expect us to do.
Okay,
You and I have had this conversation the other night.
listen, so here's what I'll say, and he's frustrated, we all
I
are.
understand that.
Yeah, I do get what he's saying when it comes to our safety. For hours last Tuesday night, my daughter's scared. She's in the house saying, I'm scared. My wife is looking at me like, do not go outside. Like, we're scared. Cars are circling my cul-de-sac. They're screaming at our houses. I want to make it very clear that I have nothing but respect for the police officers. They did a great job for what they had to work with. They weren't expecting 200 people on the street, So we're not holding that against them. We're not. We think they did a great job. We have nothing but respect for them. We're just kind of concerned. And the one thing that I really want to bring up here is, so she has 2 stickers on her window right now. I don't know when the second sticker was posted. I'm assuming maybe the day after. I don't know for sure. Not really important. My point is her continuing. So I heard you earlier say we're going to, have police officers there when we can. But, obviously we are not expecting police.
Well, they will come out directly if you call 911.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I want to
And
say.
I can have
Yeah, and I want to say,
George,
they
Joe,
were
can
there
have them go
within
by,
like,
You know,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, I apologize.
no, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying, I want to say, when we call them, they're there and within minutes. Like, we have no complaints about the police. We want to make that very clear. I think, am I speaking for everybody else here? Right? Okay. My concern here is, and I heard you earlier say, hey, we'll try to get people to, police to drive by and keep an eye out, make sure nobody goes in the house. My concern are the posts online. Shouldn't she be fined for every additional post that she has put up since those stickers went up?
This is going to feel like a distinction without a difference to you, but unfortunately, the law recognizes a difference. Posting is still protected by the First Amendment. It's the action of actually renting or following through with the violation, right? So we can't cite her for the posts, and I get it, I do, but.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious. We're all just curious, like what we need to do here, and we're not trying to lose our cool. We're just upset. That's all. A lot of us have kids. There's a lot of kids on the street. It's concerning. Listen, I'm 37 years old. I don't typically get scared of crowds, but that was something else. I don't know if you've seen video or if anybody's provided it to you. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. And listen, I have nothing but respect for you guys. I appreciate your time. I just wanted to share everything with you.
And Mike, a question for you, a legal question. So with these different sites, and I'm sure there's all kinds of fine print, from their lawyers, but are there things we can do in terms of cease and desist or highlight them in terms of
We did the cease and desist.
All right.
You're talking about to the sites who
sites.
she's posting on. I don't think so. I think we can notify them that there's a problem, there's a violation, and ask them to take it down, but I don't think we can force the issue.
Can I bring up one other thing too? And I'm not trying to challenge you or anything like that, but earlier you made a comment about all the fines that she's facing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like you're kind of sympathetic towards them.
If that's the impression, I'm not sure what you mean by sympathetic.
Well,
if
when
I
you
gave you
said
the
that
impression that I have an ounce of sympathy for this person who's not.
What I'm saying is earlier you said that she's facing a lot of fines and she is going to have a lot of trouble paying those fines.
Yeah. So let's be contextual, okay? Because I think Danielle asked the question. She's allowed to keep renting this. She's making a profit, that sort of thing. And I just wanted to point out that she's probably going to have more fines than she is profit. And I understand that gives you no satisfaction whatsoever, but I was trying to answer one particular question.
Let me point out one thing too. So for Mike, you guys don't have as much experience with Mike being a solicitor for the board, but just personality wise, Mike is just a facts guy. So I think from everybody up here, it's Mike's ward. Obviously, he's the closest to it. I don't think there's anybody on this board, if you poll us right now, that have much sympathy for this woman.
That's
it's not
good to
somebody
hear.
I've ever
Yeah,
met.
that's good
I don't
to
know
hear.
anything about her. But trust me, please don't walk away with that impression.
Yeah, no,
Mike
it's
is just his job as a lawyer, and the way he carries that is just the facts, provide the advice. That's all he's doing.
And I want to make it very clear, I'm not upset with you with what you just said earlier. It's a matter of, it sounded kind of like, oh, well, we'll try to let her make some money to make up for it. That's kind of how it came off.
I'm sorry if it came across that way. It certainly wasn't intended that way.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. I just I think this woman has done enough to prove that she is wrong in every single way. So I don't think I don't think we should give her any room here. That's just my opinion. Zero.
I think that we have done everything within the law to try to stop this. And it's just like that when somebody doesn't cut their grass and it gets too high. The first time they get a warning. And then if they don't do it, say within, I'm making this up, a week, then they get a written notice that if it isn't done by another date, you'll go to court, okay? And the same thing applies to all illegal activities like this. Unfortunately, you have to go through a process, before you can get the results. And unfortunately, I probably shouldn't say this, criminals have rights too, or people doing illegal actions have rights.
So one more question, and I know somebody mentioned videos, and I understand that we've collected some videos off of social media. When I heard videos, I thought maybe there were doorbell cameras and things like that too. If you have any videos that aren't out on social media that we couldn't have come across, if you could get those to the administration, it'd be useful. Anything you've sent already, we've got. But if there's anything you haven't sent, I'd like to have it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it for me. I really do. I'm not trying to rub anybody the wrong way. I'm just trying to get our points across. And,
We appreciate
yeah,
what you had to say.
Thank
We
you
really
very
do.
much. Thank you.
Is anybody else looking to come up? Ma'am? Name and address, please.
Claire Reiter, Righther. I'm at 108 Butt Lane. I live right across the street, and I see all the activity. My concern is the owner has multiple vehicles with multiple different state license plates. So you can't monitor who is going in there. She has Maryland tags, she has Delaware tags, she has New Jersey tags, and she has Pennsylvania tags. Every time she arrives, she's in a different vehicle. So I'm concerned for my neighbors, because I'm going to be away this weekend, that my eyes aren't on that house. Because I'm the one that saw them going in last Tuesday, and I'm the one that saw them going in this Monday. So
I appreciate your vigilance. I have my own feeling on what number of different license plates is, but I'm not going to state it here because I'm not going to wind up getting
yeah,
sued.
right.
But
I have my ideas too.
yeah. Would you, and I appreciate everything you're saying. Whoever thinks maybe that I don't, they don't know me. And I do care. It's frustrating for me.
Sure, it's your community too. I mean, she's bringing our community down.
But don't worry about me. We're worried about you guys. We're concerned. When you have 80 people there or 100 people and they're hollering obscenities and they're climbing trees and throwing beer cans at police and all that, running around half naked.
Right.
Okay? We certainly don't think that's great. That doesn't happen in a country like this. It shouldn't happen, you know? And we will do everything we can within the law to stop it. I may not please everybody, but we're doing what we can do at this point.
I'm just concerned,
I
like
understand.
it's summertime, it's people go away on the weekend. Who's watching that house? Who's watching? Who's going in and out of the house?
I understand. Well said.
Thank you.
Anybody else would be interested?
Hi, my name is Mary Ann McColgan, McColgan. I live at 118 Shoebrook Lane. Shoebrook, Shubrook. I have a question. I know that she has an FHA loan on that home, which means it should be her primary residence.
How are you, Mary?
From what I hear, she does not live in that home. Is that not a direct violation right there? And under FHA, is she allowed to rent the home?
Well, I can't answer the part is she allowed to not be there, but he can.
Can enforce the Fair Housing Act. That's not us. You're talking about an FHA loan, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could try to find a lender and, notify him that there's been these problems, but.
I know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, we could go to courthouse. You said you know already? Yeah.
It's on the county real estate page.
Probably.
It's CoreLogic, I think.
It's who?
I think it's CoreLogic.
No.
No, okay. That's what I saw there, but
I have
could be
it written
wrong.
down. I forget it. I don't know it off the top of my head, but that's not it. But she should live in the home. But from what I hear from everybody, I don't live there to see the comings and goings. But from what I hear, she does not live there. And under FHA, she should live in that home. And the woman that does live, the one woman that is there apparently occasionally is the grandmother.
yeah, I heard that.
Okay, and the one thing that concerns me, and I had heard this from the neighbor who rescued the little boy out of the pool, that little boy was staying with 4 men in the basement. If that is not a red flag today, I don't know what is. So someone should be looking into that. Who's she renting to? 4 grown men and a 6-year-old little boy who drowned in the pool. That's a concern. So it sounds like she's bringing nothing good to our neighborhood. So that's it. I don't know a lot about FHA. I just wanted to, I thought maybe you could maybe shed some light on it. So, but that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I'm not, ma'am.
My name is Linda DiSalvo, DISALVO, 120 Shoebrook Lane. So I kind of corner up to Butt, Raymond, and Shoebrook. Now, my Ring camera went nuts for the one event that dispersed everybody in the street. Okay, I couldn't get clear video, but obviously I heard later that there was opportunity to ask them to leave from the Wawa. So for me, and thank you all who are looking into this, I want to know, it's a quality of life issue. And obviously we're very concerned.
It is a quality of life.
You know, clearly and simply, I want to grow old and die here. I want people to raise their children here and not have to be in fear of what's going on their block. I have stepped up and tried to support the Butt Lane folks by just simply walking around. See something, say something. So obviously they have seen me. And if they haven't, look out every once in a while and you will see me. Sometimes with my green umbrella, you know, and you can just give me a hey or whatever. My name's Linda, but I just want to know that all due diligence is being done to rid this. I am been in that home 56 years. Okay, we also left an area because of urban blight. I know what it feels like to try to have a better quality of life. I don't want to see Aston succumb, okay, to the very ills that a lot of people 65 and older who migrated to Aston Township know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm in fear. I think all of us can understand that. I grew up off of 9th Street in Chester, and obviously there was many quality of life issues that my parents felt it was time for us to leave. We're witnessing some of the same things with this kind of party going on. And from what I hear, that at one point, I don't know, and I can't substantiate it, they were saying that Aston is their town now.
That was a comment that was made.
I don't know.
Danielle mentioned that.
So I would think not. So I ask you to put all your efforts and all your good works to support a healthy and wonderful quality of life before you start seeing sale signs go up. And because, you know, people get scared, they make irrational decisions. Some that will regret them, others, but we don't want that to happen, a mass exodus. Okay? So I thank you for your time, and I trust that you'll have the good intentions of our neighborhood in your heart. And I'll keep looking out for what it looks like.
We share everything you said, we share. Okay. Would someone else want to come up or speak? Okay. Are you speaking, Michael? No.
I just ask that you guys just keep our kids in mind. That's my
Ms. Nicole, Michelle? Danielle, can you come up? I'm not picking up everything you're saying. I've got some upper respiratory congestion here.
I just want you guys to keep our kids in your thought when you guys are figuring out how to fix this or whatever it's going to be, because that is, I think I can say for everyone, our biggest concern. We have young kids and they like to be outside, and lately they can't be outside sometimes. And I don't think that's fair to any of them. So please, please just imagine your kids, little kids in this situation and seeing what they saw the other night.
Right. And I just want to make one point. I forget who I was speaking to about this because I've had some comments. Claire, it might have been your husband. but about if you see something, don't just keep it to yourself. Say something if you see something. And I encourage everybody to do that. Even if you call 911, a police officer will show up at your door. They have to, okay? If you're worried about the person that you're going after, one of the people in the house, for example, knowing who you are, the police will know who you are, but they will respect your wishes if they don't want your name used. I'm just so you
Right.
know.
This woman might not know our names, but she knows it's all of us at this point. But it's just sad when a 9-year-old kid says, can we go outside or there are going to be people bothering us? That is what is her in this whole situation, is our kids that are growing up here. I get it, it's life, but it's not in our neighborhood. This is not what we moved here for and grew up here with. So that's all I'm asking is just think of these little kids in this neighborhood and what they've seen thus far.
I don't know who's in tomorrow, but one of the things I was thinking about actually today, before I came up here, was that we need to convene another meeting with, we would have Michael Ruggieri, Mr. Ruggieri come, and Michael, the solicitor, might be on the phone, and the rest of us will be in the conference room. I will have code there. And, we'll look and see some of the things were mentioned here about the website or that wherever that's on. I don't know, it's Facebook or social media of some kind. Discuss that. Is there anything that we missed? I just want to make sure that we do this right, but do it within the law.
Right.
We don't do it within the law and a person takes us to court, then we'll lose.
Right. And again, to the police, they have been wonderful. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about them from the night on National Night Out. They handled that situation with grace.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, being a standby or watching them, I would have lost my shit if I was one of them. The way they kept themselves together, I give them all the credit in the world for what they're doing.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate all your comments tonight. May not have answered them exactly the way you want, but we're trying to act within the law, and we don't have any choice. So just stay tuned, please. And if something goes down, call the police first. If you want to, and then contact code. If it's nighttime, call me. If I'm home, you'll see my face in a couple minutes. Okay. So, all right, so we're going to move on to other. Mr. Tinsley?
Thanks, Mike Higgins. No other comments.
Okay. Mr. Berry?
No comments. I just advise everybody to call 911. Never a mistake, call 911.
And I'd just like to say to everybody, we're very concerned about this. We had a police committee meeting the other day, and believe me, the chief is really upset about this, and so is the whole board. So I just want to think, like he said, call 911 if you have a problem.
Yeah, we all share your anger. We really do. But as everyone said, we have to stay within the law. I'll say this, I probably shouldn't say this, but I've been a police commissioner for 7-8 years now. And I think one of the failings of our whole system is the bad guys have all the rights. They really do. I've heard from my residents, well, what about my quality of life, my peaceful, I just want to live peacefully. Bad guys don't care, and the courts care what they say, not what you say. So that hurts to say that, but it's the truth. On happier news, wish everyone a great rest of your summer, great Labor Day, and please try to join us at our Thursday evening concerts. I think we have 1 or 2 left. All right, take care.
Commissioner Bowden, please.
Well, you probably don't want me to say anything, but most of you out there know who I am. You know when I say something, I do something. You know this board and this administration, and I'm telling you the gospel, honest truth. They're doing everything with the wonderful cooperation of our police department. You know I don't lie. You know I get things done, and I've been doing it for years in this town. Trust them. They're doing everything they can. The police are on top of it. Believe me. 911. And if not, call me. I'll call 911. I have no problem. I've offered to go sit over there, but I've been asked not to. But let me just say this to you. Trust the police department. They're on it. Seriously. Thanks.
Commissioner McGinn?
Yeah, just one correction for Commissioner Bowden. Don't call her. We don't need her going out with her Batman costume or Spider-Man. She might have just saw Spider-Man the other week. I think everybody in America did. So don't do anything crazy, Nancy. No, but in all seriousness, I think folks here, you can see the frustration. Anytime you're going to take time out of your day, right? We're in the middle of an afternoon to come do this. It reaches a boiling point. You know what I mean? And so I think everybody up here has family, has kids at different ages. Their kids are as young as yours right now. They were at one point, and don't want that thing. And even if you don't have kids, you don't want that in your neighborhood. So certainly appreciate the comments, and I'm hopeful. We have a great police department and some great folks that'll take a look at this, and I'm hopeful that they can solve it. It's something that's kind of new and unique because of the internet, social media, right? With people being able to do this. I saw something recently. I think it was in Newtown Square, a similar issue. So maybe there'll be some tools that can be thought of that can help not just Aston, but other municipalities make sure this gets nipped in the bud and that it doesn't pop up somewhere else, right? In the township or somewhere else. So that's it. That one other thing I just have to say, because it's a cool moment and embarrass him a little, but a proud Aston boy, Joe Viscuso, who's our engineer, wrote a book, Who Killed the American Dream? So Joe, for those that don't know him, Joe's been the township engineer probably as long as I've been alive or longer. He is a guy that grew up in Aston, did really well for himself, educated, master's at Villanova, and has more knowledge and experience than anybody I've probably ever come across in terms of municipal engineering. And so he took some time to kind of put something together talking about, what it is to be in the suburbs. And, everybody here, sure, a lot of you are either, own your homes or renting and hoping to own, but that's kind of what the book's about. Like, hey, how do we make this work, right? Whether it's for us, if we own, but, our children or others. So, I'm only a little bit through it so far, but, Joe, and I don't mean this just because he's an engineer, because usually the engineering science guys aren't the best writers. I mean, just in general, it's very well written. So I just wanted to mention that, for all the years of service Joe's put in Aston Township and everywhere else, really proud and very cool to see him write and publish this book.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
Wait, I had to pay for mine.
Ms. Pippin, have anything you'd like to add? Mr.
Yeah, I just have to remind people that Mary Ann Bullen could not be here tonight, this afternoon, but she wanted me to mention that Community Day is Saturday, October 3rd, and that she needs volunteers. If anybody's interested, reach out to her. Also want to mention that the Wall That Heals is coming to Aston Township. It arrives on October the 6th. It's going to be open from October the 8th through October the 11th, which is Thursday, October 8th through Sunday, October 11th. We have plenty of activities. There's information on our website. If anybody wants to go onto the website, there's volunteer opportunities. It's going to be a very solemn occasion, but it's going to be a real celebration for those who gave their life for our country. So in case you don't know what the Wall That Heals is, it's the Vietnam War Wall That Heals. It's a replica of the one that's in Washington, D.C., and we are one of 31 cities, towns in the United States that are honored to have that wall here in October. So just want to mention both of those. Go to our website. There's more information on the website. There's forms out there. There's also a tentative schedule of activities for those days. So thank you, everyone.
Mr. Scuso, professional engineer. Thank you. Michael, solicitor. Okay, thank you. I echo what everybody else said up here. This is not a joke. We do care about it. It's just getting there, and that's the difficult part. So I will be staying in here. They are going back to another meeting, I think. I'll be out here if anybody would like to bend my ear.
Hey, Mike, I think, did we do Westbury's? Yeah, we did. Oh, yes. You got to pay, Joe.
So with that, I asked motion for adjournment. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.